Welcome back to the channel, YouTube. How are you doing today? And because I'm on Xbox, I've had to wait a whole week to play the Modern Warfare 3 beta. Oh my god, you're so deprived, G4. And so let's see if 2023-24 is going to be a good year or another year of tears. Let's do it. Okay, let's start off with the AI in this game. So we have three playlists there. We have Mosh Pit, Cutthroat and Grand War. Mosh Pit has some familiar maps. We've got 5 maps: Estate, Favela, High Rise, Rust and Skid Row. Oh my god, G4, I seem to have heard about these maps before. Certainly so have I. And we have 4 game modes: Kill Confirmed, Domination, Hardpoint and Team Deathmatch. Now there's no filter on as such with the playlists at the moment. You just have to get in and whatever game mode you get in map is what you get. For those of you that haven't heard of Cutthroat, Cutthroat is a kind of extension, think of it as a kind of extension to Gunfight. And it is 3 teams go head to head, and each team has 3 players in it. So 3 teams of 3. God, that's kind of weird to say, but anyway, again, Estate, Favela and Skid Row. And then finally, Grand War has its own separate map called Pop-Off Power. Pop-Off Power. And it's a large-scale conflict map. And we will be playing all of these in good time. But today, I'm going to concentrate on the Mosh Pit playlist. Let's get into some gameplay and I'll give you my initial feelings on the game. So we're going to run some Domination on Skid Row and then Estate Killed Confirmed in this episode. And I've got to tell you up front my journey with Call of Duty. And I have got most Call of Duties that have ever been released over the last 15-20 years. It's been a long journey. I've played all of them. I initially come from the campaign side of things. First started playing multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3, ironically, and then on to Ghosts, and then I've played multiplayer ever since and enjoyed it in even amounts of frustration and fun. However, the newer Call of Duties, and I'm talking about all the Call of Duties that have been released since Modern Warfare 2019 onwards, have been a bit of a shit show in my estimations, and I will set aside Cold War as an exception to that. Cold War I really enjoyed. It's a game that for me was the type of Call of Duty that I enjoy. But in the last 2 years, being Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2, I have walked away from the game early. In fact, this year is the earliest I've ever stopped playing a Call of Duty in 15-16 years. And yeah, the last 2 games have just been awful. And so I wonder if this year is just a continuation, because for a lot of reasons with Modern Warfare 3, it is just a continuation of Modern Warfare 2 in its AI. A lot of the weapons are transferring over, a lot of the skins and everything are transferring over. So my expectations were fairly low with this game. However, a lot of what Sledgehammer have come at and spoke about as the changes to Modern Warfare 3 were encouraging, and I wholeheartedly hoped that it would be the game that Modern Warfare 2 should have been. And I've got to tell you, Modern Warfare 2 is by far not a bad game. It's just some silly decisions were made in that game, and the community wasn't listened to in a lot of regards about some of the mechanics of the game that would have made that game absolutely awesome. The last few years, apart from Cold War, the games have just felt much the same. It just feels very grindy type of game. The skill-based matchmaking, and I'm not going to go into this because me talking about skill-based matchmaking and having a complaint about it is not going to change anything. It's here, it's awful, and they really need to look at it, but they're not going to. Nobody in Activision or any of the development studios will talk about this. So the skill-based matchmaking in the last 3 or 4 years has been ridiculous, and also the level of cheating in the game has been absolutely ridiculous as well. So all of those factors have made me play other games and walk away from the Call of Duty franchise. And I've got to tell you up front, I am absolutely disappointed by that, because I do love this franchise a lot. I've put a huge amount of hours into all the different games, and it's sad to see where the game is right now before we got this beta. But I have got good news about Modern Warfare 3. It's not all doom and gloom, ladies and gentlefolk. So as you might can tell by the footage that we're showing you, it does take a little bit of time to adjust to this game. Essentially the gameplay I'm sharing is my first, or 2 of my first 3 games. In fact, this is game 2, and then the next one is game 3. So I'm still adapting to the game. The good thing about the integration between Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 is all your settings from Modern Warfare 2 will transfer over. So there's no need to be fiddling around with optimizing settings. It should be a plug and play situation. However, there is one setting that you will need to change, and that is the sliding versus diving setting in the menus, because the slide in Modern Warfare 2 was completely useless. The slide in this game is back, baby. It is fantastic. It's so good to be sliding around the map again. I love it. It just gives you just so much more kind of flexibility in how you want to play the game. The look of the game, the feel and the sounds are just fantastic. The fact that you have 150 health takes a bit getting used to, but that was sort of where Cold War was. And you know, people were saying, oh, it's too slow a time to kill, it's this, it's that. It doesn't feel like that at all. It feels very, very sharp, very on point, and it feels quick enough for me. It means that the gun skill is back in the game, and that's what I like. You have time to react, and even if you get shot first, there's still a possibility that you will win the gunfight. Oh my god, G4, that's amazing. Yes it is. There's nothing worse than just getting insta melted over and over and over again in a game. Now, I've heard a lot of complaints about the skill-based matchmaking, especially from the first week of the beta. Obviously, I didn't play that because that was on PlayStation only. At this point, I'm on early access open beta, and it feels okay. The real test is going to be in a couple of days when everybody gets access to this game, and we'll see where that goes. But at this point, it doesn't feel too bad. This game, it took me some time to get used to the map and the guns and whatnot and find what worked for me. And you'll see again in the state, I play with the striker, and that gun is just astoundingly good. The weapons feel balanced at this point. I just went with the default classes. I didn't, because I have to unlock everything at this point, so I just went with some of the default classes. I am an AR SMG player, so I haven't played around with much else, and yeah, they all feel very, very viable. I'd say the assault rifles are probably better at medium to long range. They're not too bad up front, but certainly you can see the difference between the striker at close range versus an assault rifle. There is a huge difference there, and but they feel very balanced. Everything feels kind of nice. It feels how it should, and boy oh boy, I never swore once and I was having fun. When did that last happen? And since I played a Call of Duty. I will be hopping on with Mikey later and playing a few of the other maps, and I'll bring you some of the Grand War and stuff like that to you over the next week or so, so you can at least get a feel for how this game. But the initial look, and this is only my initial feelings, my first impressions, I like it. I think if they don't do anything silly and start making stupid adjustments to the game. And you know, some of the development studios have been, you know, when you get the full version of the game, you wonder what the hell happened to the beta. If they don't tweak it too much, and I don't think they need to, this is going to be a good year, ladies and gentlefolk. So it seems they fixed a lot of things. Certainly, I know a lot of people were complaining about the visibility and being able to determine which is an enemy and which is a friendly. I didn't find that when I played today, so they've obviously tweaked that a little. The sound EQ and the footstep sound is okay. I didn't find it too bad. I can see what they're talking about. Sometimes it's a little bit confusing with your teammates' footsteps. You will see in the footage a couple times I turn around and just check because it sounds like it's an enemy. So that probably needs a little bit more work by the devs, but it's not in a I don't think it's a too bad a place at the moment. And my god, having that mini map back with red dots is just so good. With these couple of game footage that we're showing you, obviously I've played the older Call of Duties and I know a lot of these maps upside down, inside out, and that helps, but I still found I needed to take my time and play a little bit slowly just so I got the feel of the game and the balance of the game, and that was the way that you used to play the older Call of Duties anyway. So it all feels like it's got that older game feel, that older style of game feel, and I like it. I really do like it. I'm really encouraged by what I see. So I highly encourage you, if you haven't thought about hopping in over the weekend, hop in over the weekend. It'll be open to everybody in a couple of days time, and yeah, make your own determination. But I just wanted to get this video out fairly quickly to say that I think it's definitely worth a look this year, and I'm having a huge amount of fun playing it now. And as I also said, it's quite possible that that all changes before launch, and so I'll do some more videos when we launch and just do some comparisons to what we're finding in the beta versus what happens before they launch and the changes that they make. Anyway guys, that's it for me. Enjoy the gameplay footage. If you want to join me in Modern Warfare 3 over the weekend, please seek me out. I'm happy to play with any of the subscribers, and we'll catch you next time on the channel. See ya.